It is 9:13. Welcome back. An Orlando couple has returned after the trip of a lifetime, literally. Mark and Sharon Hagel spent 11 minutes in space on board the Blue Origin New Shepard rocket. Joining us this morning to share their out-of-this-world experience is Mark and Sharon Hagel. Hey, guys. Good morning. It's good to see you this morning.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for welcoming us back to Earth.
I am so glad you guys made it back safely to Earth. And when I thought about you doing this and we were watching this happen, it was so incredible for us. I want to know what was going through your head, right? When you were blasting off, you're sitting in there and you're getting ready to go. What are you thinking?
You want to take that?
You take it.
It was just amazing. I think at that time we were so relieved that we were going to be launched. When we had that 45-minute hold, it was like all of us were worried they were going to use that nasty S word, scrubbed, and we were ready to go. We were counting down with them when they got to 9, 8.
Oh my gosh.
When the engines ignited, all of the energy level that we had prior to that hold just reappeared within 1 second. And what an energy surge that was. That was absolutely amazing.
We're looking at some video right now of when you guys came down and you kind of like cheered in the air and you all hugged each other. You know, what was that feeling like when you were actually up there? So you blast off, right? And then you get up there. Could you tell when you were in microgravity?
Oh yeah, we've done this before. We had an opportunity to do zero gravity training with a company called Zero G, an excellent company, and so we had experienced that before. But experiencing it on a spaceship is totally different. And my gosh, was that amazing!
I think the difference was not only were you launching, but the capsule started to rotate, and that gave you a whole different sensation.
Why was this trip so important for you both to take?
Well, at multiple levels. Sharon and I have been wanting to go to space for over 15 years now. We've worked the program very intensely. Most importantly, it will be of immense value to our charity, Space Kids Global, and the emphasis it's going to have on the young kids in the future and how we're going to be able to leverage this experience for the benefit of that next generation.
I think that's such an important thing. And I know one of the other things I thought about too is when you guys came down and I saw you kind of cheering and then you hugged each other, I thought, well, are they a little bit shaky? Are they feeling okay? What was re-entry like? Did you feel normal, I guess, when you got back down to the ground?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we were trained so intensely and thoroughly that there was no hesitation at all getting into that capsule. In fact, one of our crewmates say, oh, we're home, because we've been in that capsule training for so many hours every day that it was just a natural response.
But if you overlay that with the experience and the excitement of the experience and the impression that it has on you personally, it's indescribable. It really is. I don't think there's words to describe it.
Mark and Sharon, can we talk about that with just about 30 seconds left? What did you take away? Because this was kind of one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences, right? What was the takeaway for you?
Yeah, I woke up about 2:30 in the morning the next night and just started walking Astronaut Village and dictated a memo to the family that is a very private memo that explains exactly those feelings. My bottom line was I really don't think there's any way to describe the impression it has on one personally. You can certainly describe the physical impressions and the experience and what you saw, but what it does to each individual, I think, is very individual to each person, and it relates differently to each person.
And I think the closest thing here on Earth is the mission to Mars at Disney.
Mark and Sharon Hagel, we are so glad you are back here on Earth and everything you do for our community here in Central Florida. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
We've been to space.
You can always say that. You know, anybody asks you something, guess what? But we've been to space, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you. Hey.